Hello again everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Jim. Thank you for joining me. This one, short, sharp and sweet and simple for a little product that's been sat floating around my desk and numerous boxes for a while. But I thought I'd do a quick one on it as it's an interesting idea. Yeah, let's have a look. And here it is. This is, to all intents and purposes, a Cat6 patch cable, used throughout the world for patching in network connections wherever, whenever you deem necessary. This one is actually quite a thin Cat6 patch cable, but this one is slightly different. This is a Cat6 patch cable from PatchSee, which has a very unique way of helping you identify and not unplug the wrong patch cable ever again, so they say. Now, the way this works is pretty simple. When you patch this in to your computer and socket on the wall, or ideally when you're using these to patch in network infrastructure into switches, there is a very interesting way that you can identify what you are patching and where it comes out. To do that, you simply grab the supplied tool. This is their demo tool, but they do a bigger one. Slot it over the end of the device, like so, and turn it on. And as you can see, there is a pretty red light appeared. Now, this does not appear to do anything different. If you look at this cable, you'll see nothing really obvious until you look at the back of the cable, where if I can angle this correctly, you will see there are two little red lights. And if I make this blink, you will see those lights start to flash. Now, while this may not seem like much, when you are dealing with a patch panel with 100, 200 patched ports, this can help identify what you are patching and what it is patched to, or what you are going to unplug, and to make sure that when you unpatch port 30 somewhere from a switch, you're not accidentally unpatching port 29, which goes to the back of the main server. So, just to show you this actually in a patch panel, I'm going to move over to my little patch panel that's there. Now, as is the case with a lot of network cabinets over a period of time, unfortunately, if they're not maintained, they may end up looking, well, like this or worse. So you end up having a situation where sometimes you may have to go in and you're looking to either unpatch a specific port, or you're looking to unpatch a specific patch number. So for example, in this case, we would want to say unpatch whatever is at the end of port 18. But the cable, as you can see, disappears into this spaghettified mess. And the question would be, well, where does it plug into on the switch? Now, the PatchSee system, or the idea behind it, is to make it so that you can basically come along, clip your tool onto the end of the cable, turn it on, and instantly you can see that we are plugged into port 1. And the same applies the other way around. Here we go. If someone says, oh, please can you unplug whatever is plugged into port 1, but you don't know where it goes to the other end, you can just turn on your little light, like so, and you can instantly see, obviously, we're in port 18. Now, this, for big data centers, has the potential to be a godsend, because when you're dealing with trying to untangle messes like this, but not just on 7 or 8 cables like I have here, hundreds of cables, it's great. Makes it so easy to deal with when the inevitable spaghetti appears. So that is the whole pretense behind the PatchSee system. The cables are nice and thin. If you compare the difference between the two, they are certified Cat6A. This is, I believe, Cat6 or even Cat5. Cat5e, these patch cables are. So again, you can see the difference in size, which does help with a certain amount of tidiness. But at the end of the day, being able to identify where your ports are patched in and tracing cables, and obviously again when you need to unplug a cable, making sure that actually instead of just unplugging it and leaving it dangling around like a lot of people unfortunately still do, you can unthread the right cable and you don't get screams from people saying the main server's just gone down as you've just unplugged the main network connection. So there we have it. Quite a simple, interesting idea. Couple of pros and cons that I can think of. Obviously, if you're dealing with a large data center and you need to obviously maintain a lot of patching infrastructure, then yes, these have the potential to be pretty useful. On the flip side, if you're someone who deals with small rack cabinets and don't really do a lot of patching and unpatching, these have the potential to be very expensive. This is about 1.5 meter patch cable and comes in at about £3.50 for 1.5 meter cable. In comparison, this is a Cat5e, but Cat6 patch cable now of the same length, just a normal one. These are about £1. So again, potential to save a lot of time if you're doing a lot of work, a lot of regular patching and unpatching, but also quite an uplifting cost versus just a normal cable. And the other thing, you have to start with patching with these to start with. If you're looking at these as a replacement, well, if you're replacing your patching infrastructure, you'd keep the patching infrastructure tidy and clean rather than letting it get into a state where you need to go digging around to find out what's patched in where. So it is a sort of a bit of a balancing act. For some places, yes, these will make quite a bit of sense, being able to ID where runs go, especially if you're dealing with very densely patched racks, etc, etc. For others, not so much. I would probably say, yeah, if you need this sort of solution, then it's quite a reasonably priced way of managing it. But then so is a good patch map on a decently sort of laid out set of documentation using normal patch leads to achieve the same thing. So catch-22, you can either have it easy or you can have it cheap. But there we go. That is the PatchSee patch cable that is made easily identifiable from PatchSee. You can find them, I'll include some links down below, or for PatchSee's website. And if they're any use to you, yeah, drop them a shout. And there's a lot of stockists around the world that stock these, and I believe they do them in custom sizes and custom, probably even custom colours, I would have thought. So you can order them to look and be how you want them to be. So thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, etc. All the normal fluff. Always appreciative. And I will catch you in the next video.